I love turning these little pill bottles or toothpick holders. They're a quick project, they're a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it. This project actually started a couple years ago when I visited the Louisville Slugger Museum in Louisville, Kentucky. I took a factory tour, and at the end of the tour, they gave you the stub ends of the baseball bats they had turned. So now, all I had to do is find where I stored them. They've been here a while. You can see the dust on them. So all of these are from the ends of the baseball bats they turn in Louisville. They still do some wooden bats, and they gave them for free. So I took a couple. I had some projects. This pill bottle I had in mind. I've got a Novichok, which I've used for years, and I like it. But there's a lot of other different ones on the market. So, first thing to do was chuck up one of these bat ends. They're ash. Baseball bats are ash. So I got it chucked up, started turning it down. It's not much wood here, so you need a small project, and I thought this one would be perfect. First step is to round it up, get it cleaned up along the full length that I'm going to use. Next step is to drill it out. So we're actually going to make the cap end first. You actually drill the cap end. Wait a minute, I'm going to clean up the end first before I drill it. So first thing you do is you drill in the end, and then you can part it off, and that will be your cap. I found the perfect depth stop to be the size of the Forstner bit. I don't want to go much deeper. It's just a small cap on a small box. That's all it needs. The next step is to part off the end of the cap. So, I have to measure the depth and how deep I'm going to make the cut. How tall do I want the cap to be? I'm going with a simple cap, not a big ball on the end or anything, so I'm going an 1/8 inch plus, deeper than the Forstner drill the cap hole to counterbore. A little sanding, and then we're back to parting it off. It's always good to catch the cap when you part it off, otherwise you're crawling around on the floor trying to find it. So now that the cap is parted off, we'll start to work on the body. One of the things I like to do is to take the Forstner bit and just put a little spot face, just enough to mark it so that I've got an idea of the reference diameter for what the cap needs to fit up to. The Forstner bit's 5/8 of an inch, and the brad point drill is 1/2 inch, so we want to measure the distance and not go too far. I'll use this green tape to measure my distance that I want to drill in without drilling through the hole blank. Here on the end, you can see the little mark I made with the Forstner bit. That will help me later. So now I'm measuring the distance of the Forstner bit. Now I can mark the correct length of the shoulder that I'm going to cut to hold the cap on. Now I'm going to use a 3/8 inch wide badan to cut the shoulder and get it squared up. Again, here you can see this spot-faced ring on the end of the part. That's the diameter we need to be at, and that's why I put it on here. It's a good reference for how far to cut. So as a first step, what I do is I cut at an angle down to that spot face, and then that way the cap can seat up there and it gives me a reference. The whole shoulder doesn't have to be the same diameter, and it's good to have a little lead in. Now you can see the cap goes on and goes up less than 1/8 of an inch, but now I've got a reference. You want to be very careful because I always like a nice tight fit, not too loose. So I'm very careful and slow to approach the correct diameter. I like it when you pull the cap off and it makes a popping sound because it holds the air and it's so tight. You just keep sneaking up on the diameter. Patience wins this race. Don't get in a hurry at this step. One final cut and we'll have the correct fit. When you get it right, you can use the base as a jam chuck for the cap and finish turning it, whatever configuration you want. True up the diameters to make them the same, and then the obligatory sanding, as always. This ash is a nice wood, but it's a little bland, a little boring. So I'm going to take a skew and to cut a couple grooves in the wood, just to dress it up a little bit. I don't get too fancy, but I like a little bit of decoration. Now that I have the grooves in, I can take a simple piece of wire and use friction heating to burn the wood and give us a nice dark detail that makes it stand out. It's good to have handles on the end of the wire so you don't burn yourself. I was going to burn the joint where the face of the cap and the body come together, but I decided not to. Now for the obligatory final sanding. I did 150, 240, and 320. Then we hit it with a nice hard wax. It's a friction finish. You put the wax on, then you use a paper towel or cloth to burn it into the wood. It's a very nice finish. And very quick. With the wax on the cap and the body, we can now start to part it off. Again, it is good to catch it off so you don't have to go hunting on the floor for the pill bottle. So now I'm going to drill a hole with the same Forstner bit into the stock that was still in the headstock and use that as a jam chuck so that I can finish the bottom of the base, push it in, and then start to work. Problem is, it's not really tight enough. So, luck of the draw. So I tried to shove some shavings in to make it a little tighter, and then I hit it lightly with the tool, and then went to sanding. Then I'm going to hit it with the hard wax and use the friction to heat it up and work it in. This is a fun, quick project. I'm really happy with these two that I made today. I recommend doing it. And when they come from baseball bat ends from Louisville Slugger Museum, it's even better. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and ring the bell. I appreciate you watching the Johnsonville Woodworker.